The Value Initiative at the SEEP Network advances urban value chain development to help millions of people work their way out of poverty. In 2008, for the first time in history, over half the world's population lived in a city. 1 in 3 urban residents lives in a slum. 1 billion people. At the same time, cities are hubs of innovation, entrepreneurship, and growth. How can we harness the resources of today's cities to reduce poverty? A value chain is a market system. Businesses and relationships moving a product from beginning to end, from raw material to finished product. Getting goods from businesses to the customer. A healthy value chain connects producers to higher paying customers, which then increases jobs and income. A healthy value chain makes local economies more competitive in national, regional, or global markets. A healthy value chain attracts investment. Jaipur, India has been a center of gem processing and metal jewelry making since the mid-18th century. The global jewelry market currently grows 5% annually. Growth that demands more finished products from Jaipur artisans. But unfortunately, artisans' wages do not increase as the industry grows. Their finished jewelry passes from hand to hand to hand before it reaches the final market. Everyone along the chain gets a slice of the price, and the artisans get the smallest slice. Access Development Services of India is a non-profit organization that helps microenterprises improve their effectiveness. Access supports a local association and 3 NGOs to work directly with 200,000 artisans to improve the urban value chain. The project is currently in its initial stages. The Jaipur jewelry value chain is complex and includes 3 interlocking sectors: lac, metal, stone. Let's look at the metal jewelry value chain. Jewelry starts as raw metal sheets, which are then cast to rods and pressed to different sized sheets. The design begins to take shape with casting, dyeing, and cutting. If the design includes gems, the metal is sent to a stone setter. The beautiful work is finished, polished, and then traders take it to market. Like any urban industry, the Jaipur jewelry market has many strengths that can be harnessed to help reduce the poverty of its workers. The centuries-old Jaipur jewelry industry is in a new stage because of the rapidly growing global demand for jewelry. Raw materials are easily available, and artisans come from traditional jewelry making families and are very skilled. Access Development Services has identified the industry's major challenges and has designed appropriate interventions that will work not only in the metal sector but in all 3 value chains including lac and stone. The industry challenges are limited technology and tools for the entire industry, limited formal capital for microenterprises, low income and poor working conditions for artisans. Microenterprises are not recognized in the value chain. The microenterprise market is volatile and unpredictable, and artisans have no identity or social security. Let's look at intervention strategies that will address these issues. Currently, skilled workers earn the equivalent of $40 to $60 per month. Most laborers are young boys from poor villages who migrated to Jaipur under agreements between their families and jewelry businessmen. The strategy is to improve workers' skills with training and increase workers' wages. Artisans have limited access to financial capital, especially the industry's Muslim population, which is 50% of the project's target audience. The strategy is to connect artisans directly to bank financing. Artisans' access to technology is limited, and they often have to use inefficient tools. The strategy is to connect bank financing with housebound women and men so they can buy better tools and materials for themselves. Small-scale artisans are not recognized in the value chain. The strategy is to create a database of producers and buyers and computer-based transaction records so all players in the value chain are aware of each other. The microenterprise market is unpredictable, and valuable workers often leave the industry for better paying jobs. The strategy is to start producer groups and connect artisans with markets to sustainably grow more and more artisan-owned businesses. To strengthen the entire market system from producer to market. Updating fashion jewelry designs will also help attract today's modern markets. Migrant artisans have no identity or social security. The strategy is to introduce identity cards and insurance and set up schools for children of artisans. While the project is in the early stages, interventions have already been successful. 11,000 artisans have been reached by awareness campaigns. 1,100 have received identity cards. 160 are covered under insurance. And 60 artisan groups have been formed. Access Development Services has a clear vision of an improved, more competitive value chain for the Jaipur jewelry industry, where artisans get a larger share of the final price and maintain a powerful position in the value chain. Where artisans have better working conditions and stable schools for children of artisans. Where strong financing is available to all levels of the value chain. And government policies support artisans. And where jewelry produced by Jaipur Microenterprises enters the growing international fair trade jewelry market.